Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Ma'am, Vetridaman, shall we
Ah,
start or do we have to wait for some more time?
we shall start, ma'am.
Start. Okay.
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
ma'am.
Ah,
I think I welcome you all to the final presentation of this call. Okay, I think you have seen that PPT which I have posted in this group, SNS group. Okay, I think you have prepared your content according to that. Who is going to present first? Sugandhi ma'am, Dr. Sugandhi is there. Or anyone who is willing can start.
Ma'am, I need some time, ma'am.
Okay, then Anand sir, Dr. Anand.
Yes, ma'am. I'll prepare, ma'am. I present, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Mighty, ma'am. Please share my PPT, ma'am. Ma'am, is it audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The PPT is visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ma'am. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I am Dr. Anand. Shall I start,
Other,
ma'am?
yes. Others, please mute yourself. Others, please mute yourself.
Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can start.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I am Dr. Anand, Chemistry Department. Today, I'm going to discuss the experiment determination of hardness. This experiment is covered the syllabus for mechanical engineering department students. That's basic engineering chemistry 190208 and E&I department, that's applied chemistry 190207 and physics chemistry laboratory and university. The overall syllabus for both the department is available in that's two experiments from Amrita. It comes under physical chemistry virtual lab, and three experiment is available in same virtual Amrita, inorganic chemistry virtual lab, and six experiment is available in MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development, and that comes under environmental engineering virtual lab 1 and 2. Next. And today, what we are going to discuss, the aim of the experiment is to determine the total amount of the amount of total hardness present in a given water sample by EDTA method. First of all, what is hardness? Hardness is one of the important characteristic of water, and this method is one of the suitable method to estimate of water for domestic and industrial uses. Mainly, the water is used in boiler for the production of steam. If the water is having any hardness producing substance like calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, so these are the substances are causing hardness. So what happens is obviously reduce the efficiency of boiler in any boiler industries. So here we used EDTA as a Burette solution. Since EDTA is insoluble in water as a disodium salt of EDTA. As a complex agent or chelating agent, what happens whether the water is added with the EBT indicator, the water sample, it will form as a wine red color. Immediately, the water color will change, wine red color. That is the weak complex with calcium and magnesium ions. When the solution is titrated against EDTA, It replaces indicator from the weak complex from a stable EDTA complex. And all hardness causing ions are complexed by EDTA. Then the endpoint is changes from wine red to steel blue. So this is the theory and principle behind for today's experiments. Next, procedure for simulation through the virtual lab. First, select the sources of water because they have a different sources of water is available in virtual lab, and then select the volume of titrator. So next, volume of titrate is very important. Then speed of the titrant and the different molarity of the titrant, and the endpoint is displayed automatically. So what is the simulation behind for this? Is it is one of the easy to operate and very clear to find endpoint. And it is useful to compare different sources of water. Whatever the sources of water, we just find the hardness present in the water. And different molarity can be used. Different molarity, that is a different concentration, can be used by using virtual lab. What is the comparisons between the virtual lab and the physical labs? And many times we have to repeat the experiment many times, and it is one of the cost-effective methods. And there is no any absence of chemicals which we are going to use through virtual lab. And time saving and more economical and easy to handle any type of glass apparatus. And what is the overall learning experience from virtual lab? It is more economical, fantastic complementary teaching resources, and no breakage of glasses and consumables which we are used through virtual lab. And the video demo is link is pasted in this. Thank you for your kind attention.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Matilda, ma'am.
Sir, nice presentation, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, ma'am, video play பண்ணுமா வேண்டாம்ல?
வேணாம் ma'am, வேணாம்.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Savita, ma'am. Savita, ma'am.
மேம் சொல்லுங்க மேம்.
You can present, ma'am.
மேம் கொஞ்சம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் மேம்.
ஓய் கொல்ல பண்ண போறேன் நான் உங்களுக்கு 60
மேம்.
என்ன சுகந்தி இதே தான் சொல்றீங்க, கவிதாவும் இதே தான் சொல்றீங்க. சரி, ஓகே சார், ரைட். இஸ் தென் ரெடி? டாக்டர் சுரேஷ்.
எஸ் மேம்.
சார், யூ கேன் பிரசன்ட்.
மேடம் அந்த லிங்க் மட்டும் அனுப்புறேன் மேடம், ஷேர் பண்ணி விட்டுருங்க மேடம். நான் லிங்க் அனுப்புறேன் மேடம்.
லிங்க் இல்ல சார், இந்த பிபிடி வந்து ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
அதான் பிபிடி ரெடி பண்ணிருக்கேன் மேடம், அதை லிங்காவே ரெடி பண்ணிருக்கேன் யூடியூப்ல போட்டு.
சரி சார், போடு.
அதை லிங்கை மட்டும் அனுப்பிச்சிடுறேன் மேடம்.
சரி. Kalivani ma'am, you can present. Sir, link share பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் we can go for that presentation because we may not wait. Kalivani ma'am.
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning ma'am. நீங்க present பண்றீங்களா?
Yes, ma'am. I'll share my.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, is my presentation visible?
Yes, ma'am. It's okay.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kalavani from Department of Chemistry. So in this presentation, I'm going to present determination of molecular weight of a polymer using viscosity average method. So this experiment covers the chemistry for biomedical engineering syllabus and Anna University syllabus. And this experiment I have taken from Physical Chemistry Virtual Lab, Amrita University. So this is the name of the experiment, evaluation of molecular weight of a polymer using Oswald viscometer. So the aim of the experiment is to determine the molecular weight of, here I'm taking polyvinyl alcohol as a polymer and I've dissolved this polymer with water. So the procedure is, first I'm going to determine the flow time of solvent. So here the solvent is water because I've dissolved the polyvinyl alcohol in water. So first I'm going to determine the flow time of the solvent. Next, I'm going to determine the flow time of polyvinyl alcohol solution. For this, I've prepared 0.02, 0.04, 0.06, 0.08, and 0.1 solutions. Percentage of polyvinyl alcohol solutions. After that, with the help of stopwatch, I've determined the flow time. And at the end, with the help of graph, I've determined the molecular weight of polymer. For this, I've used this simulation, and the advantage of simulation, it's very easy to operate and the results are displayed immediately. And it is also useful to do the same experiment with the different types of polymer solvent systems. So next, the comparison with the physical lab experiment, it can be done for unavailable polymers and solvent systems. It is very economic because polymers are very costly. And usually polymers, the solubility of polymers are very difficult. So here, with the help of this simulation technique, there is no solubility problems, and it is also time saving. So here I've given the video demo link. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thanks, ma'am. Nice presentation.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Nice presentation, Kalai. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I will share what Dr. Suresh sir has shared here in chat. Okay, I will open that. Okay, now I am sharing this. Okay. Sir, this is the Dr. Suresh.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the lab, right? The PPT.
Another one link. I already sent it, ma'am. That you have to open. PPT.
audible to all? Is it audible to all?
No, ma'am.
சார் அப்படியே எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிடுங்க சார்.
அப்படியே எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்களா அண்ணா?
அப்படியே எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றேங்க.
ஓகே. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போயிருங்க மேடம். Hello, good morning to everyone. Madam, can you audible here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Good morning to everyone. I am Dr. Suresh, belongs to the physics department. Today we have to discuss about that characteristics of PN junction diode. For this lab detail, we are conducting 10 experiments for basic electronic devices subject. First, we have to go for that. The experiment is characteristics of PN junction diode. Madam, just கொஞ்சம் ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணிங்க லைட்டா. Thank you, madam. The experiment name is study VA characteristics of PN junction diode. PN junction diode is nothing but we are taking a P-type material and N-type material, both are sandwiching, and we make form a junction, and then we have to create a PN junction diode. When we form the PN junction diode, one potential barrier is produced in the PN junction at the middle point of the PN junction material. That means what is that? We form a diode. Here the P-type material having a number of holes are there, and N-type material having a number of electrons there. We have to make a form a junction. That means the electron and hole or pair is produced. That means the potential barrier is produced. Here for taking for a semiconductor material, germanium and silicon, we are taking for a diode material. For a germanium material, the potential barrier with the starting potential value is equal to 0.7 electron volt, 0.7 volt, and for silicon 0.3 volt. For this experiment, we are studying about that the VA characteristics of PN junction diode. There are two biasing are there in the PN junction diode. One is a forward bias, another one is a reverse bias. For this experiment, we are studying about that the forward bias and reverse bias also. See, in this experiment, we are studying the VA characteristics of PN junction diode. Some of the apparatus are required: diode, resistance, voltmeter, ammeter, and power supply, breadboard, and connecting wire also. The ranges are given in that PPT. So we have to make the connection, and we form the PN junction diode characteristics. The basic theory of PN junction diode, we form the PN junction. We are taking for a P-type material, and another one is a N-type material. The P-type material is an anode, and N-type material is a cathode. We form a junction that is called as a potential barrier. So in this, here there are two leads are there. One is an anode lead, another one is a cathode lead. Here we are representing that is a diode symbol. It is the vertical line is called as a cathode, and another side is there is no line is there. That is called as an anode. This is the structure of PN junction diode. Next slide. And the function of forward bias. Here, the first one is the forward bias. The forward bias is nothing but the diode positive is connected to the positive of the power supply, and negative of the diode is connected to the negative of the power supply. That means the polarity, the same polarity we have to apply for the diode. Positive is connected to positive and negative is connected to negative. That is called as a forward bias. When we are applying a forward bias, the positive side, the holes are moving that side also in a diode direction. Another one is that electrons are moving in the negative direction. So it's what is that? The opposite polarity attract to each other. That means it can produce the electron pair hole recombination. It will be processed. That means the conductance will be flow easily. That is the potential barrier width. It will be very thin. Because of that, the positive and negative are flow in the potential barrier. It can easily conduct. That means the forward bias. In the forward bias, the electron hole recombination will be occurs. That means the resistivity will be decreases, then the depletion of the region width, it will be reduced like as a thin film. Okay, it can be conduct easily. That is called as a forward bias. In this forward bias, the voltage current characteristics, when we are increase the voltages, the current also gradually increases, because that the voltage increases in the PN junction diode. That means the flow of electron easily conduct in the potential barrier. That means it will be easily conduct. So there is the low resistivity of material. So that means that in the VA characteristics, when we are increase the voltages, the current also gradually to be increases. It's having a good conductivity of the forward bias of PN junction. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. A reverse bias. The polarity will be changes of the diode. The negative is connected to the positive of the power supply, and positive of the diode is connected to the negative of the power supply. So the polarity will be changes. That is called the reverse bias. When we are giving the voltages reversely, there is a negative voltages, that the current will not increases. Because of that, the polarity will be changes means what is that? The depletion layer width will be increases. That means it is a widen. That is called as an insulator. It is like look like a insulator. The potential barrier width, it will be widen means there is no flow of electron. Some of the free electron will be flow in this potential barrier width, but does not conduct. There is no conductivity. That means when we increase the voltages, there is no flow of current in the reverse direction. That is called as a reverse bias. In that reverse bias, when we increase the voltages, there is no changes in the current. When we are increase more voltages to the reverse bias, sometimes the diode will be broken or break. Okay, it will be broken due to the accumulation of charges. It will be produce the heat that will be damaged. And then this is the procedure of forward bias. This is the procedure. This is the procedure of. This is the procedure of. This is the procedure of forward bias and reverse bias. I can give detailedly. This is the simulation lab experiment. In this simulation lab, we can easily do repeatedly the experiment, and also we have to fix the various voltages and get the accurate results of that forward bias and reverse bias. Here we are using for a silicon diode for a forward biasing and reverse biasing. The same like this, another material Germany also there. We can do it for repeatedly for this experiment.
Okay, sir. The main part here is how it is different from the actual class, or what do we learn from by giving this as to the students,
Okay,
giving
madam.
it back to the students. That is what is necessary.
Okay, ma'am. I will put in the PPT, ma'am. I will share it with you.
Okay, that is because you have not presented that. But because in this, they are not asking for the procedure. Procedure we can give along with the demo. Demo you can give the procedure, how to
Okay,
do
ma'am.
and what is that and all. But here in this PPT, you have to put what is the overall learning experience. How do we experience when we are giving this as a VLab, virtual lab, and
Okay,
how
ma'am.
the students will feel when they are doing this. That is what we have to concentrate while doing this PPT. Okay, sir?
Okay, ma'am.
So
Okay, ma'am.
you have to modify this PPT, sir. The presentation is okay, but you have to add these points along with that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, I will add this point, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you, sir. And
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Medulta ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Same thing, ma'am. Same thing. Thank you, sir. Nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, next you can ask Vivekanand sir. Vivekanand sir is there, no? Okay, Dr. Vivekanand is there. Sir.
Can you hear us, sir? Vivek, sir?
Yes, sir make a call. Ma'am,
Yeah, I'll make a
Yeah,
call.
yeah,
Good morning,
yeah.
madam.
Good
Ah,
morning, sir.
okay.
Good
Am I
morning.
audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, madam. Right now I'll proceed.
Mm.
Is it visible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Started this sharing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is visible.
Yeah. Good morning. The presentation is this presentation is going to be about potentiometric simulation experiment to examine concentration effect on potential.
So make it full screen, sir.
Basically, in this potentiometric experiments, we measure potential under static conditions. The two electrodes that we use in this experiment are indicator electrode and a reference electrode. For the reference electrode, the potential is fixed, whereas for indicator electrode, the potential varies depending upon the analyte that is being employed. Due to the potential difference, EMF is generated. Moving to aim of this simulated experiment is to determine the EMF of the cell with changes in the concentration. Looking into experimental procedure of this simulated experiment, first we will be fixing the temperature, then we should select the cathode and its electrolyte concentration. Then we'll be fixing the anode and its electrolytes concentration. Once all these parameters are fixed, results will be displayed at right hand side of the simulation screen. The various results we will be getting from this simulated experiment, such as potential variation due to different types of electrodes, and we will be able to use a different concentration of the electrolytes. Also, temperature variation can be carried out in this simulated experiments. Coming to advantages, various types of anodes and cathodes can be employed in this experiment. Apart from that, we can also use different types of electrolytes. The video link is provided here. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ma'am, Madhurga, ma'am, you continue.
A nice presentation, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dr. Chenna, sir. Sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can say.
Ma'am, actually Narendran sir, he is not able to join. Our ulla allow பண்ண சொல்றாங்க.
Hello. Ma'am, can I able to view the slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning to everyone. This is Tendersi from Physics Department. I'm going to take the VLab. Hello. Can you view my slide, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Experiment name is Young's modulus uniform bending. By using this virtual lab experiment, we can analyze the bending effect of material. It may be on a metallic material or non-metallic materials. Here just we find out linear elastic behavior of the given bar or a beam, and to find Young's modulus of the material. The aim of the experiment is to find modulus, that is Young's modulus of a material by means of uniform bending. There will be two methods, by bending non-uniformly or uniformly. We are using uniform bending by the method of pin and microscope. Here the procedure based on the simulation. So just we have to adjust different variables like length, breadth, thickness of the material, that is beam, using some sliders that should be provided on right side of the simulator. Fix the distance between the knife edges and weight angles using sliders. And just we add the weights and the weight hanger and adjust the pin to coincide the cross wire with the microscope. And then note the values what the simulation shows, and we noted down the value separately by using some Word file or Excel sheets. And we repeat the experiment by adding some weights, for example 50 gram, 50 gram, 50 gram, and then tabulated, and we make some manual calculation and we compare the value with the simulation result. So the reading are tabulated and Young's modulus is find out using given equation. So the simulation is very easy to handle with the mouse point, very user friendly. We can compare the results for different materials. For example, I want to use wooden material, means in wooden material we can vary the whether the sand material or teak wood material or boxwood material. So we can vary the non metallic material as well as metals like aluminum, copper, silver, different materials. Already the simulation gives some constant materials, so we can utilize that. And also we can change the variables, like we can change the breadth of the beam or thickness of the beam or the distance between the length of the beam likewise. And it requires less time, of course. And compared with physical lab, of course it need power supply and good computer with internet connection. It is very easy to instruct mass of student. For example, 100 people available in laboratory, I mean we can project the slide or virtual lab in the system. I can simultaneously we can instruct to all the students. And time consumption is very important. And this is my video shooted.
Okay, sir.
So just a minute, ma'am. Video call. Can you able to view, ma'am?
இல்லை சார், இது ஸ்டாப் ஷேரிங் பண்ணிட்டு ஷேர் தட் ஸ்க்ரீன் சார். ஷேர் யுவர் யூடியூப்.
can I able to view, ma'am?
Yes, sir. You can play it, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
But I think there is no
No
audio.
audible, sir.
Yes.
செட்டிங்ஸ்ல ஏதோ
I
எனேபிள்
think I have
ஆடியோ
a problem
செட்டிங்ஸ்
with
போடணும் போல
this
இருக்கு
one.
சார்.
Zoomல there is no option like that, ma'am. I think
இல்ல அவங்க லேப்டாப்ல எனேபிள் ஆடியோ செட்டிங் ஏதோ பண்ணணும் போல இருக்கு.
maybe.
அந்த வீடியோ லிங்க் கொடுத்தாலே இது ஆடியோ வர மாட்டேங்குது மேடம்.
சார் ஷேர் ஸ்கிரீன்னா ஸ்கிரீன் மட்டும் ஷேர் ஆகுமா? செட்டிங்ஸ்ல போயிட்டு நம்ம எனேபிள் ஆடியோ ஏதோ கொடுக்கணுமா சார்?
அப்படிங்களா? ஓகே மேடம், ஓகே.
But Medinda ma'am, when we were presenting on the difficulty இல்ல ma'am நமக்கு.
நம்ம வீடியோ பிரசன்ட் பண்ணல மேம். ஆக்சுவலா நம்ம லிங்க் கொடுத்தோம். சில பேர் மட்டும் பிரசன்ட் பண்ணாங்க.
ஆமா. பட் அதுல அந்த difficulties வரல.
அதான் அவங்கவங்க லேப்டாப்ல எனேபிள் பண்ணுமா மேம் செட்டிங்ஸ்ல?
Okay, sir. Kannadatu, sir. You can.
Yes, ma'am.
You can close this. Thank you, sir. Thank you for.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks, sir. We can ask Narendran sir to present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'll share this.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Narendran sir, you can present, sir.
Narendran sir, screen தெரியுதா?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, Narendran sir. Narendran sir.
He's there, ma'am. He's sorry, sir.
Hello.
கேக்குதுங்களா? இப்போதான் சார் கேக்குது. பிரசன்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. The topic is determination of pH using by electrometric method, ma'am. Next slide. Hello. Yeah, sure. The overall experience regarding this experiment is economical, and consumables is very less. And for 4 to 5 water samples. The handling method is very easy, and it's time saving, and the calculation graphs are readily available, and the collection of data is more actually. We are determining the pH based on the logarithmic scales, and in this experiment we are providing the seawater samples for the analysis to identify the pH of the material, and the method is very simple. And hello. Hello.
Sir.
Next. Yes, hello.
கேக்குது சார்.
Okay. Okay. So here we provided the electrodes for determining the pH, and we are having a pH meter. The method is very simple. First, standardize the instrumentation by having a buffer solution of 4. Then again, check the pH of the solution by having a buffer solution of 7. Actually, here the buffer is nothing but used to maintain a constant pH. So before doing the experiment, we have to stabilize the instrument. For that, we are checking with the 2 individual buffers. And finally, we are checking with the sample under investigation. And the sample what we take here is seawater. And the method is we have to connect the electrodes with the pH meter. And the electrodes are dipped into the buffer solution. And then we are stabilizing the instrument first. And later, once the system is get stabilized, we are dipping the same electrode in the seawater and we are checking the pH. And that's all about this experiment. And in order to get a consistent pH value, we are providing with the different water samples and we are plotting the graph and we are exploiting it using a logarithmic scale. And overall, the simulation is very easy and the results also displayed immediately. It's a digitalized reading. And the comparison with the physical lab is it can done with any water sample. And the electrodes are quite sensitive and costly, economic, time saving. There is no hazardous in this experiment. And the safety measure also not required. And here I provide a tab for the video link. And that's all, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any queries, ma'am?
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you, sir. Medrika, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Nice presentation, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome.
Kavita, ma'am. Kavita, ma'am, please share your screen, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
Okay, you can start your presentation, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I've taken it as a screenshot. Shall I present in that way, ma'am? Screenshot.
You share your screen, ma'am.
Ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, you present it, ma'am. You present it. You can
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning, all of you. I'm Savita. I'm going to present one experiment in this PALS virtual lab. So the lab which I am going to handle for this semester is actually physics for civil engineering. The code is 19PH209. And coming to the virtual lab, there are 4 experiments available in Amrita V lab, which is given as non-uniform, uniform. And I'm going to explain now is non-uniform bending, Young's modulus. Sir has already explained, the NRS sir has already explained about uniform bending. I am going to tell about non-uniform simply. And the experiment name is Young's modulus by non-uniform bending method. And aim of the experiment is to find the Young's modulus of the material given by non-uniform bending. So there are two methods available, as Sir said, uniform bending and non-uniform bending, where the position of the slotted weight is different in both the methods, uniform as well as in non-uniform bending method. And what is the procedure in physical laboratory?
இப்போ இது நம்ம பேசுறதுக்கு ஸோ
trace, actually we will be, what will happen, definitely there will be some bending moment produced in the scale, and which will be observed by using the microscope. This is actually what we will be doing in physical lab. And coming to the simulation laboratory, what we will be doing is a setup will be given there, and we have some initial adjustment before moving into the experiment. Like we have to choose a material, whether the material may be a metallic or it may be a non-metallic. For example, wood, aluminum, simply something is given there. So we have to choose. In physical laboratory, we will be doing by using the wood. So we'll be choosing the wood over there. And obviously, we have to choose the thickness and breadth of the scale. In simulation laboratory, we have to choose thickness and breadth of the scale. And after that, we'll be moving towards the experiment by adding slotted weights. So the slotted weight is given in terms of 50 gram to 500 gram is given. And if you increase the weight, the bending moment will be there, and that will be observed by using the microscope. So this is the actual procedure by using the simulation lab. What is the advantages of using simulation lab over to that of physical laboratory is that, see, if we do this experiment, some 5 to 6 students will be doing the same experiment. While doing, they may disturb the setup. So if they disturb the setup again, they have to proceed with this. I mean, start with the initial reading from 0 gram to 500 gram again to them. So that we can avoid by using this simulation VLab. And one more thing is, while they are taking the readings, they may go wrong. That means the microscope reading will be very minute, so that they can override, they can take the wrong readings. So we can avoid by using the simulation lab. And I've given the link of that virtual lab for this particular experiment. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice presentation. And Matilda, ma'am, any comments?
Good, ma'am. Very good, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think everyone who has presented. Sutanti, ma'am, she cannot present now, it seems. Okay, so she has asked the permission to discuss that some other time. So we can give her the time and let her present it later. And I think remaining all have presented. Matilda, ma'am, from chemistry.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Chemistry over, ma'am.
Yes. So thank you so much for this wonderful presentation, right? You have all presented, done it very explicitly. What is expected is this. Okay, and we can understand that we ourselves are doing this practicals is feeling so much great because we have so many options and it is easy also. Breaking the reading and everything is easy. So we can instruct our students to practice this. You can send the links to the students and they can register with their email ID and then they can do the practicals. They can practice it. Okay, n number of times they can practice it so that it can be done. And the model exam also we can plan this way that to conduct the practicals in a virtual mode and send that. Okay, we can plan it, we can sit and think of how it can be done, and the model exam, if we are doing like this, for the available practicals at least, then it will be good, I hope so. I need all your feedback regarding this, and I thank you all for your nice presentation. And Matilda ma'am, you can add on to this, what I said.
Actually, I discussed about this in class, ma'am, regarding model exam, but people said like many of them, those who are working in laptop continuously also, they said like Adobe Flash Player is not supporting them. So I think they'll have some difficulties also, ma'am, if at all.
But ask them to go to one minute, ma'am. Ask them to go to Google settings and Adobe Flash Player. They have to allow.
That's what, ma'am. That's
yes,
what I
ma'am.
said. That's what, but the 100% people, I don't think they can do, but we can ask at least part of, or what to say, 50% or 40% of the people to do.
Yeah, those who are willing, maybe if students are willing, we can ask them to do by this method also, because
Ah,
it is easy to find out and we can record it and we can keep it safe also for future use or for giving marks or something like that. I don't
okay.
know, but you can discuss among the physics department can discuss together and chemistry can also discuss together and how it will be, and we can think of, because it is good, I hope so. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you all.
everyone. Nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.